And we're back.
And we are back. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you doing, Zach? You have less facial hair.
I know. You noticed it in the back room, and you were like, I think you're still like not knowing how to interpret. Don't worry, it's not permanent. It was a mishap trimming that just made me have to do this.
Yeah. Well, how's things going?
It's good. Moving along pretty well. The weather's nice. It's becoming that time of year. My winter blues is gone. It's just I love this time of year.
That's good. It's almost summer or already summer weather.
Almost,
so that's good. Coming back from the east is always brutal for the first couple of weeks because that's when you feel the jet lag the most. I don't feel anything west to east, but east to west, it's brutal. Crazy times and all that. And for me, unfortunately, this week has been doubly rough because I landed from India with my dad in tow, and my daughter came back from college because she's done. And my wife got news that her best friend in India passed away. So she immediately flew out there for the funeral. And so for the past week, I have been doing all the Vitruveo stuff, which has been intense, but I've also been Mr. Mom for 2 daughters, 2 dogs, and 1 dad. And
Wild.
It is not easy taking care of everyone's meals and driving people around and all of that. Yeah. But I have survived, and I just need to survive for another Saturday. Well, today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3.5 days. If I can survive and keep everyone alive and not have the house burned down, then it will be a major achievement in my life because I've never done this. I've not been Mr. Mom for so many people. So yeah, and with all the crazy deadlines and development stuff we've got going on with crazy hours with the dev team in Brazil, it's been a week. Let me tell you, it's been a moment and jet lag. It's been quite a week.
Got to process
but I'm excited, and I continue to be even more excited with some of the activities that we're going to report on here today. So yeah. I'm just fueled by this, man. I mean, it's just amazing. There is so much excitement going on, and so many new people coming into our community, etc. That I feel
it's almost doubled since the time I got here. So, and it was a pretty big number when I got here. So,
Gus is so right. A good way to appreciate the wife. Yes, I appreciate her so much, and the many things she does to keep the household running smoothly. The level of, you think you do complex thing writing smart contract code, but nah, it's nowhere near as complicated as running a household. So I'm excited about that.
Well, there's like 2 types of people. There's builders, and then there are caretakers. Things that people take care of the buildings. They're not typically the same people. So
yeah,
you're a builder.
Yeah, that, and of course, we continue to do our pitches and all of that kind of stuff with both partners and investors. And some of our ex-friends are continuing to be up to no good. But what's really nice is that every time sort of we get into furthering a relationship with a partner, now I give them a heads up that there are going to be some clueless folks who are going to email you a lot of nonsense, and just be aware of it and just forward me that information. So it's kind of nice now partners do that, and it has no impact at all on our relationship or anything like that. So people now realize that
it used to, though. We'll give it that.
But now the thing is, there's a mountain of evidence to the contrary. So if someone says something, they have to prove it, and it's very hard to prove something when there is so much evidence to the contrary, right? I mean, we've got a live, thriving community. We've got so much activity. We've got apps. We've got everything going on. So it's kind of hard to just ignore that. Yeah. So, and our partners know that. Our partners know that. So it's
we're not perfect.
Yeah,
but we're trying.
We're like any other startup. Every startup goes through a rough period where they are trying to figure themselves out. You go through beta phases of your software, etc. And it's not just startup. You take giant established companies, they release a new product,
It's product market
goes
fit.
through its rough phases, right? Like, I mean, look at Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, everyone. They have product launches that they've flubbed all the time. Like, if multi-billion dollar corporations can do that for products, then why it would be the same for startups. It's no different. The technology world, you go through the process of design, development, you go through some testing, you refine, you polish, and then boom, you've got yourself a product. And then you go to what Mark Andreessen calls the product market fit. That's the holy grail.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so we are well on our way to that. And it's very exciting when I especially talk to some of our newer partners now, and literally within seconds they grok it immediately. They get it. And they are excited to introduce us to more people who can benefit from this. The thing is that people who are not in the startup world, who are not in sort of business on a day-to-day basis, they expect things in a binary way. It's either done or not done. When in business, things, you nurture a relationship, you build it, then you get some meetings going, you build some plans, and then you achieve some results. So it's a process. It's never binary. It's a lot of gray, and it takes time and patience. And we live in a world where everyone expects flip a switch and boom, it's done instantly. But I've learned that patience pays off in the long run, because you build something solid, you build a good relationship, you work out all the bugs, etc. And not only bugs in software, but I'm talking about you work through sort of the early quirks in a relationship, etc. You figure out what a partner can and cannot do, how their working style is, etc. And you make progress, and then that progress is more sustainable than if you try and do a quick hit. Quick hits are seldom sustainable. So we are on the right path and going really well, and I'm really, really excited about it. So
yeah, it's pretty interesting that this industry, I mean, being in the startup world, like non-crypto, it's your investors and your stakeholders have a little bit different like purview of a project. It's more of like every other week updates or monthly newsletter while you're building product. It's not a constant community. It's very different, and it's something that like is very new age, and it's cool. But to find the perfect sweet spot of it is a challenge for any company, any community. So
yeah. All right, one last bit of side news, and then we can start. I have my first ever white hat. So I am not a white hat hacker. Well, I guess I am a white hat hacker, but I picked this one up in India, of all places.
I was wondering where you were going with that. White hat. Okay.
All right. So I think we're ready. Let me bring on my deck on here, and we can go. Chevy says red shirt. Yes, I automatically 10 minutes before our thing, I'm like, do I have something red? And it's generally going to be a red shirt, a red hat, or a red hoodie, one of those things. So today it's actually I color coordinate. It's Wonder Woman. So I saw the yellow thing. I'm like, I gotta wear a yellow hoodie. So there you go. Yeah. All right. Let's just get going. So this is a Vitruveo Daonload. This is season 3, episode 7. Oh my gosh, we're already in episode 7. It is May 17, 2024. This is a Vitruveo Daonload where we review what happened in the prior week and upcoming and exciting things in the next week. I'm Nick Kalyani, founder and CEO, and I'm very excited to be here with you. And whether you're watching live or you catch us later, to catch you up on what's going on. Because this prior week has been one full of development. Once again, I must confess, this is an abbreviated kind of deck. It doesn't have the usual sort of pizzazz that I try and bring. Not that it's that pizzazzy, I guess, but it's kind of abbreviated. I'm going to talk through some of the developments, though. All right, so starting off with, I want to give you a USDC progress. So first and foremost, the Bridge app is in progress. It's in development. It's expected to be ready in the next 8 to 10 days. Sooner, I hope. It is integrated with VTRU swap. So let's take a quick look at it. It's still in development, but basically what you're going to see is essentially this. So here's VTRU swap. And by the way, we are rebranding this to VTRU swap. It says VTRO swap right now. That's going to change, but you're going to see this bridge option here. And the bridge option is going to have the ability for you to move from Polygon USDC to Vitruveo USDC.pol and vice versa. You go back and forth. Very simple. It's going to ask you to connect to Polygon if you're trying to go from Polygon to Vitruveo. And if you're going from Vitruveo to Polygon, it's going to ask you to connect to Vitruveo. So this is almost ready. We're just going to go through the testing. As I reported last week, the contracts are done. CryptoLink has done a great job working with Circle on those. It's just the front-end UI. So if there are people who are ambitious, you're welcome to go try out the contracts. In last week's download deck are all the links for that. So you can go to Explorer and actually do the transfers on-chain without the UI. So this is coming together quite fast, and will be ready for you to take on. I'm going to say, as early as next week, but maximum 10 days. All right. We are actually working with CryptoLink and Circle on the promotion aspect of this, which we will tentatively launch within the next 2 weeks, but sooner rather than later. We do want to involve Circle on it because this is one of the first sort of launches of their bridged USDC program. And so it's great to have both CryptoLink and Circle as partners. And we are going to have some Medium articles and some videos and things like that to promote it. So that's looking really good. But last week, I had promised you that we would be launching a special sort of USDC promotion. And I'm very excited to talk about that today. But first, a sip of chai. All right. So what we are doing is we are launching the Vortex USDC campaign. So here's how Vortex works. So you can buy a Vortex NFT for 10 USDC. USDC Pol. Just know that whenever I say USDC, it's the Polygon version of USDC on Vitruveo. Each Vortex NFT has value unto itself. It gives you one collector credit valued at $10. So collector credits, as you know, are what we are using in our store for buying artworks right now. So right away, you have some utility. But here's the exciting part. When you buy that NFT, you become eligible for weekly Vortex giveaways and also for a one epic Vortex giveaway. So what is that about? Well, every holder of a Vortex NFT is eligible for a grab bag. So we'll be picking them randomly. So the grab bag consists of VTRU, and collector credits. So there's going to be a weekly draw. We'll do it every Friday at this download. So May 24, May 31, and June 7. There's 3 of those. And then we will have an epic draw on June 14. So right now, what you're seeing in this table is our tentative kind of breakdown of what those grab bags are going to be. So essentially, if you are a holder of the Vortex NFT, you're eligible to win one of these. So you will get a grab bag with, so you might get a common, you might get a rare, you might get an ultra, and we are going to distribute them across those 3 weeks, with the last week being epic, where there's 10 of these to sort of give away. But this is great value for folks because you get VTRU at essentially a significantly discounted price if you win, because you pay $10 for it. And as I have communicated, we are in the process of moving forward with our partners to get it listed. So that listing is going to be not very far into the future now. It's very imminent. And so this is going to be a good grab bag for folks who win. So keep in mind that both the VTRO is also usable on our DEX, right? So you could use that to pick up some other tokens like Sochai and others that are on there. So now, the quantity of grab bags we are going to have will be the smaller of 10% of the total Vortex NFTs sold, or the amount there. So we just want to make sure that, if there's not enough Vortex NFTs sold, then we don't want to be giving away a larger amount. So that's how we will determine how many grab bags are going to be there. So it'll be 10%. So basically 10% of buyers are going to win a grab bag. That's the lower end of the spectrum. On the higher end, it could be more. All right, so that is it. We will you expect to see some announcements about this, and expect to see a page where you can go and grab your Vortex, a mint page. Real simple. One of the things I want to highlight here is we are also looking at this as a test. It's a test for collector credits. What we have always had this vision of is making it super simple for people to get into NFT artworks, etc., without the complexities of crypto and things like that. So one of the things we want to do with collector credits is enable the possibility for someone to come with their credit card and just buy collector credits. So we'll potentially enhance this page to just become a collector credit buy page. You come with your credit card, you buy collector credits, and then you're set, because now it's usable in our store to pick up artworks. It's very simple. Always $10. Each collector credit is always $10. The math is simple. You can do it in your head, and you can buy it with crypto. You can buy it with credit cards, etc. So we're going to do that experiment right after Vortex and make it super simple for the normies, as they call it, where maybe you don't know how to use crypto, etc. But we'll make it super simple for you to acquire some of these artworks. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Let's see what we have. Oh, let's talk about validators. So our validator teams continue to go at it. So we are now at 160 plus validators. Honestly, this number could be lower. They probably added more. They add some every few days, and I'm having a hard time keeping track of how many there are. But the last I checked, there was about 160 plus. And that's good, because that means our network continues to grow and also get further and further decentralized, which is our goal. So that is it on the validators front. Next up, last week, I reported that VTRU Search is live, and I want to go back to it now and show you what is happening there. So let's just hit reload. And all right. So there's a couple of things happening there. I just see the new feature. I asked them to put light up, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But last week we announced to the artists at large that after the Genesis artists are done consigning, that it is open for others. And boy, have the artists been responding. If you've checked Twitter, a lot of people have been posting their artworks. And at this point, there are over 500 artworks that are there, and it's growing fast. Now, it takes some time, right? We told folks, artists, please don't rush. Take your time. We want quality. We want high quality artworks. We want really good metadata. So take your time. And artists are responding to that. It is very, very cool to see artists, especially some of the top artists in the ecosystem, submitting their works there and taking the time to really provide very granular metadata. And that's what's going to drive that, right? Because ultimately, remember, the metadata makes it easy to search the artworks and makes it so we can solve the biggest problem artists have right now, is discoverability. How does your work get discovered? Well, with keywords, it's really hard, but with the level of metadata we have, it's really, really simple and easy to discover artworks. So there is one issue with search, which I'm going to talk about momentarily. But before I do that, I want to highlight a new feature that's come up. And for that, I'm going to switch to another browser I have here. It's a Vivaldi browser. I have not tried this yet. Let's see if it works, okay? So you're the first to try it out. Now, I have mentioned that we're going to bring RSS back, really simple syndication. And it is very exciting for me that the team has actually put and integrated that really well. So you've got RSS feeds for curation stacks, for NFT purchases, and things like that. So the way it works is, let's see here. Here we go. Oh, it's going to open it in Illustrator. That's not what I want. So let's get rid of that. So I have to figure this out myself. It's the first time I'm doing it. So let's copy the download address and go here into our feeds. So Vivaldi browser has built-in RSS feeds. So we're going to put Vitruveo here. Whoops. I think that's my, hang on one moment, please. That's my Illustrator trying to launch, which I don't want. All right, we put the address here. We say every 5 minutes is good. We add the feed. Now, I don't think I'm sharing that, so I got to go add. Give me one moment. I'm going to change my window here. Yeah, I just realized I'm not sharing that exact screen. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's see. The window I want to share is, oh, let me just go ahead and share the entire screen. That'll be easiest. Okay, here we go. So here you're seeing the Vivaldi browser. And what I did was I clicked on this RSS icon here and got my link and added it to the news feeds section of Vivaldi browser. Now, what is the point of RSS? The point of RSS is that we don't have to deal with emails and notifications and things like that. RSS gives us a powerful mechanism by which you can subscribe to all the activities related to VTRU suite and have them at your own convenience. You can have them in any app you want. You can have notifications. You can have all of that. So I'm demoing this with Vivaldi, which is a great browser, which has the feed built in. And you saw I just added the feed here. Actually, people might not have seen it. So I'm going to just delete that because I was not sharing. And I'm going to re-add it just so you can see it. So here, I'm adding a feed. I'm calling it Vitruveo. And then I'm going to paste in the address that I copied from there. And now the feed is there. And here is what you get. You get an instant feed of all. So I chose the curation feed, right? So this is a feed of all the curated artworks. Every curation is here. I could go and choose another one. So I could go and say that I want the NFT one. And I will go ahead and hit open. What does it do? Okay, I don't want that. So let's copy the download address, go into our feeds here, and add it as a feed. And we call it NFT. I don't expect anything to be there in this feed yet because we haven't opened the sales yet. But unless, oh wait a minute. This is the test ones that are there. All right, so you can see how the feeds are an amazing way to consume all the artwork because you can choose, you can filter them, you can search. So I can say what I want in here. I can say the sort order, I can do the description, etc. But here's another important aspect of RSS feeds. We are going to use them as our streaming mechanism for our playlists. This is what is used by all major platforms. You might not know it, but whether it's Spotify or SoundCloud or podcasts, things like that, they all use RSS. And so Vitruveo is going to be the first platform that is going to make art first-class citizen of all these RSS readers and clients in a very spectacular fashion. So I'm really excited about this, and it's a great way for discovery. And we'll put the links and buttons here. So no matter where you see an RSS feed and you see an artwork, if it's possible to license it, you'll be able to click a button and license it right there and there. We are changing the notion that you need to go to a marketplace in order to buy or license an artwork. You can do it anywhere you want. And that's the exciting part about this. So that's Vivaldi. And next week, I'm going to have my good friend Nelio back, because what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate how this works on the Fire Stick. So I've ordered an Amazon Fire Stick, and we'll plug it into the TV in the back here, and we'll have Nelio do some of his magic, and we'll show you how we can make artworks, curated artworks show up on different devices you have. So I'm really excited about doing that. All right, so getting back to our presentation here. So we've got a lot of artist activity, and if you look on Twitter, there's nonstop people posting that they have consigned their work. Everything's going smoothly. I think we've come down to maybe 3 or 4 people having issues, but everyone else just going smoothly the first time. So we've ironed out all the wrinkles, and it's really going well. Now, what is the problem? I alluded to a problem. Let me tell you what the problem is. We are ready to get going with minting. So the folks with collector credits can go ahead and mint it. We are ready. We've been doing testing on a testnet. We've tried all kinds of different scenarios. It's working well. But I'm very sad to report that there is some issue with some collector credit holders. What we've discovered is essentially intent to essentially commit fraud. What people are doing is holders of collector credits are sort of posing as artists and putting what I would consider junk artwork. They generated with some AI prompt and just dump it here. So we are seeing that. And as a result, we want to safeguard the platform. We want to safeguard our collectors. We want to safeguard our other artists. And we will enable creator KYC. I mean, that is sort of our final way to prevent spam and things like that. But right now, it's sort of a little disappointing because it's folks sort of who are booster holders, who are our supporters, who are actually doing this, and it hurts. It hurts the entire ecosystem. And so what I did was basically told the developers to pump the brakes on releasing the minting until we have a system in place to detect who are the sort of collector credit holders who have also listed artworks. Because you see what they're trying to do is essentially collect their own artworks and therefore get VTRU. Now the collector credits are supposed to be a benefit, right? Like the booster you purchased got you some VTRU tokens, and you got some rev share and other things. So this is one of the benefits, and this is a pure and simple abuse of it. It's not all of it. It's just a few people. We're going to find them, and we will void all their collector credits. They just don't deserve it. It's a benefit, and they will be blocked, and they will also be blocked from using the platform. I can't do anything about them being booster owners because they've purchased that, and that's their right. They already got their VTRU tokens. But in terms of other benefits, we are going to block those. So if you happen to be one of those, you are alerted here. We will find out because it's fairly straightforward to track IPs and things like that. And we're going to block you. So I apologize to everyone else. It's going to take us a couple days, maybe 3, to fix this, to find this out and block them. But it is in the interest of everyone's safety that we don't have this kind of fraud here because it's bad for it. So we're going to block them, and they will have no more ability to do anything in the system. So I apologize for that. We really wanted to go live with this on Monday, but and I don't like to ask developers to work on the weekend. So they could do that, but I hate doing that. So we're going to take Monday and Tuesday, put all the blocks in place, sanitize it, get rid of them, and then activate the minting. We are ready to go, and I'm really, really, really excited, especially for the artists who have been waiting for this a while. In case you don't know about sort of the artist ethos, at least in Web3, they follow the sales. All right. So the moment we start minting these artworks and have these sales, people will post upon them, and you will see the surge in artwork consignment go up almost immediately. So it's gonna be great. So really excited about all of this. It's a bummer on this, but you know what? It comes with the territory. Anytime you have a platform, you have to have some moderation, and we intended to have it. We have some tools. They're rudimentary right now. We're just going to accelerate, making them more refined so we can get things going. So I apologize for the very short delay on this, but we do not want to give people away, give people free free coins, especially for bad behavior. So I'm not going to do this. All right, so moving on, I just want to remind everyone that the VTRU Museum is live. Fer has done an amazing job, and she's updated quite a bit. It is looking spectacular. So if you haven't been there, please do visit it, because there's many more artworks in there, and it is a grand museum. Let me tell you, it is really, really grand. The artworks there are amazing, and Fer has done an incredible job with it. So please do visit. And if you can, share your videos, your screenshots, etc. on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you have, because that helps promote what we are doing here. So this is an amazing museum. And thanks again for it's been a labor of love, a lot of work. And I have no idea how to change my avatar here, but I'm fine with what it is. Looking good. All right. So we'll check that. Do check that out. All right, next up, I want to tell you about a personal project of mine. All right, so I'm going to just take a detour from, this is Vitruveo related, but it's more personal. From the time I started this project, people have been asking me, well, what are you going to do? Are you going to mint? So I have to correct them as I do and say that, hey, on Vitruveo, we don't mint, we consign. But that's being pedantic. The thing is, I like to create art. I love, consuming art. But I don't consider myself like a really good artist. I'm, a junior artist, if you will. I'm learning. But I thought that if I'm going to make my debut, sort of as an artist, then of course it has to be on Vitruveo, right? And I didn't feel like I am worthy of being with all these amazing artists that you saw, right? They are spectacular. I'm nowhere in that league. So I thought, well, what do I do? What do I know that I can use? Well, I know how to code. So what I have decided is I'm going to leverage my art skills, my limited art skills, and create a simple game that is fun, promotes some artists, and actually benefits the platform and gets us potentially closer to more regular rebases. So if you tie all of those together, Flip Artist is a play to earn. So how does it work? Well, let me backtrack a little bit and show you what kind of art we are talking about here. So I posted a thread here where I started, it's been a few months, where I started to sketch artists. I pick random artists and I started to sketch them. So here are some of my sketches. So anyone who requested, I basically created the sketch, and I'm approaching, I think, 35 artists now, and I think I'll keep on going. I want to do about 50 sketches. So these are the artists I have sketched so far. And like I said, anyone who requested, I went ahead and sketched them. And I'm like, what should I do about these sketches? And so turns out that I could use them in a game, and that's what I did. So I already created a game. I called it Flip Artist, and here's a version of it. It's a very simple game. You all know it. It's a memory game. So there are currently 2 levels, but there's a 3rd level, hard level, coming up. And I'll show you how it's played. It's that simple. You match. I'm terrible at this. Well, look, I got lucky. But you see there's a little red bar there. There's a timer there. So if you're able to complete the matches in time, like I said, I'm terrible at this game, but let's try it anyway. There we go. I'm getting sort of good at it. I got lucky. They are in close proximity. There, fail. Anyway, so it keeps track of your score, etc. Right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch this as Flip Artists with the artworks I have created, so everyone can play. You can connect and play. And here's what: every time you win, you're going to earn a small amount of VTRU. All right. Now, there's going to be a daily quota of casual, medium, and hard wins that you must achieve. So if you do that, then you win the daily prize in VTRU. So what we are doing here is each time you play and you win, there's a transaction, and you earn some money. So if you can get to that daily prize, you earn some VTRU. Even if you don't, you can still earn a small amount of VTRU, but the daily prize gets you a decent sized amount of VTRU. All right. Now, in addition, if you complete that daily quota, you get 1 mint credit. That mint credit is good for 1 flip artist NFT. So this is an NFT of artists, but created by me. So it's my work. And there's going to be limited editions. I'm figuring out the rarities and all of that. But all of those mints will have rarities and have a secret symbol. So this is level 1, where you play and earn. And level 2, I want to gamify this. And it will use your secret symbols in a game. So start with play to earn and evolve into a game. So I'm going to get this written up and coded over the weekend. So next week, expect to play Flip Artists. And I hope lots of people will play. It's great for you to earn some VTRU. It's great to promote the artists. It's my artwork, and as I said, I'm a junior artist. I'm nowhere very good, but I'm learning and I'm growing, and I'm, okay with, I'm not shy about sharing my work, even though it's not the greatest, but it'll be fun. So if you go and play at the medium and the hard levels, it takes a bit of skill. Now, I used my teenager as a test, and she was able to complete the hard one the very first time. So that means I gotta reduce the time a little bit, because there was too much time and she got it done right away. So anyway, that's the game that's coming up, and I'm really, really excited. So someone asked, how do we apply to be sketched? Well, I have a thread here, and this is where people post their photos, and then I sketch them. I have currently locked the thread because I don't have the ability to get all the current queue done. So as soon as the current queue is completed and I have finished sketching all the people who have requested, I will reopen and be able to add more. My goal is to keep sketching as many artists as possible and make Flip Artists big. Maybe we can have a super mega complicated level beyond hard, where it's like 64 or so. So anyway, that is coming up, folks. And like I said, this game is interesting to me because it ties everything. It's personal. It's about me. It's for the artists. I love you all, artists. It's for the community because you can earn you don't need any special skills other than memory. It'll help your memory grow also, get better. You earn, and it helps us get those transactions. Like the vision is that the ecosystem grows and more people are using it, and as a result, organically there are more transactions. So do that. And also I learn how to code better. I want to create this game, and maybe I'll make that into an open source gaming engine for everyone to use. So there's a lot of pluses around this, and I'm very happy to be able to work on this and release this for your benefit next week. Now, just so you know, there are no costs for anything. There's no money involved here other than money to you. All right. So it's a play to earn app. You don't have to pay anything. There are no gas fees, none of that. It all just works, and it's there for the benefit of everyone and to promote Vitruveo. So this is it. Oh, my art is good. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. All right. Now, coming back to the deck here, what do we have next? Wait one moment. All right. Excuse me. All right. So here's the download. Now, on the download prizes, I'm sorry, it's taking us too long to get the merge thing done. So I'm going to instruct Alex to essentially start identifying the winners and handing out the prizes to the folks who have completed it and don't need any merge done, etc. So what we can do is we can go ahead and get the prizes going without having to wait on the app done. For those of you who do have sort of the download split between multiple accounts, we'll get those done eventually, or maybe we can manually verify it. I doubt there's too many of them, but I'll go ahead and instruct Alex to start divvying up the prizes here. So we'll get that going. So that is it. We are heads down, very, very busy with getting that search and store done. That's very high on our list of priorities. But I also want to mention that we are making really good headway with one of our preferred exchanges. So we just have a lot of information sharing to do. So we are doing that. That's coming along quite well. We are making headway on the capital front too. But until, like I've always said, until the money's in the bank, I'm not going to report on anything. So, but we are making good progress there. And we had no spending from the multi-sig because we are continuing to be in austerity mode. And that means also we have fewer resources. But we are making good progress. As you can see, things are moving along, especially with search, etc. And our teams are doing really, really well. And I appreciate everyone who is here and helping us, get to our goals. So it's really exciting to see this come together, especially with search. I come here and look at some of these artworks, and I know these artists, and I know that they believe in this, and they believe in a future where Vitruveo can make it possible for them to have a sustainable income. And slowly, people are starting to understand what it is that we're doing, why it's important, how it's different, and why it matters. So I'm glad to be on this journey with you. I'm really, really excited. We're gonna take care of those problem folks with the minting and unleash that upon you. And I expect also for people to have a lot of fun. I'm sure you've already identified the artworks you want to collect, but more and more keep coming in. So that's great. I will encourage every artist who is listening or watching this on video to come to Studio. I'll actually go to it, studio.vitruveo.xyz. You need to come here, log in, and consign your artwork. It's open to everybody. You don't need to be on a wait list. You don't need to be on a Genesis list, anything like that. Come in here, consign your artwork, one artwork at a time, and just have some fun with us. Now, if you want to learn more about what's going on, go to my profile on Twitter. My pin has a lot of information. It's got 10 things you should know about here. It's about what Vitruveo is about and what we are doing for artists and things like that. So please read my pin, and that'll give you all the information you need to know about it. But I'm looking forward to seeing all of your artworks here. I'm already seeing some amazing artworks, and I'm looking forward to collecting myself when we get going on this. So anyway, that's what's going on, folks. Looking forward to an exciting next week where we have the minting. We also have Vortex launched. We have the USDC swap going on. So, it turns out it's going to be a very big week next week. And we'll have more exciting news to share with you also. So artists, start your engines, start your tablets, start your pencils, get them going. And let's see you on Studio and see you on Search as quickly as possible. We'd love to see your work here and be able to go here and next week hit that mint button. Excited about doing that. So, all right. Thanks. Let's see, Zach. Let's get you back on here and answer some questions if there are any, and get going. So, Zach, are you still there?
I am still
there
here.
You are.
I'm here.
Yep. All right. I'll answer this question. Yes. I did intend to finish that up today. I just need this studio development stuff. Sorry, not the studio, but the store development stuff has been a bit of extra work. So I'm sorry. And also I've been just completely slammed. So I will, Zach, why don't we schedule something for the middle of the week? We do a Discord and we can talk about the streaming rev share, because it's mostly done. It's just I need to make it presentable. That's what I have to do. I have to make it in a way that people can digest it. So I'll commit to doing a Discord live this week and present that. So sorry about the delay on that. And Aris asked the same thing. So Aris, give me, let's make it for Wednesday next week, and we'll share that information.
So out of the questions I've starred, you already talked about a couple of them. A couple of them were about stake acceleration.
Yeah. So one of the things that I want to do actually starting this weekend is enumerate every program, every benefit that is owed people, and make sure that we have a plan for that. So I know there's a few things there. Actually, there's quite a few things. There's perks, there's sneakers, there's all of those kind of things, and I want to make sure that nothing falls through the cracks, including stake accelerate, etc. So it's just that the pace at which we are doing things, and we are really a very minuscule team, right? I wish I had like a very large team and we could get all of this done in parallel, but we have to serialize it and prioritize it. So step one is we'll enumerate and get all the pending items on a list, and get that presented out to the community with dates for each thing on when we can get the fulfillment done. So yeah, we'll work on that.
There's a reason why Polygon and some of these other blockchains have hundreds, if not thousands, of employees.
Yeah. So here, Ganesh asks, let's see. Ganesh asks, if you're a booster holder, is it now not possible to consign art because of some bad actors on search? This is a very good question. Look, we can tell the difference between an artist and a cash grab person, right? So if you're a booster holder, we don't want to prevent you. I know, for example, Aris, etc. You know, you're artists and want to participate here, and we want to encourage that, right? We don't want to block anyone, but it's very obviously the people who are looking to do a cash grab. We want to sort of deter from that. So we're going to make it, the process automated in terms of detection, but then manual in terms of enforcement. So we can, on a case-by-case basis, look at the artwork and say that, is this genuine effort or is this a cash grab? I can tell you, it's very easy to tell right now. You go and look, it's an AI artwork. They're so lazy, they put the prompt as the actual description. The prompt, when you create an AI artwork, you have to give the AI a prompt. So they are so lazy, they put the description as the prompt itself. And it's a very generic thing, like literally no work done on the AI except a prompt. So we can detect those, and we can also detect where the same person is trying to do multiple things, etc. So definitely want to not dissuade. Well, how do I say this? Want to encourage those genuine artists who are booster holders to continue doing what they're doing. We welcome your art, but if people who are trying to game the system, sorry, we are not going to entertain that.
That took care of one of my questions, and then because it was basically the same one, and then how is Super Booster Early Bird VTRU referral bonus VTRU?
Yes. So like I said, I know we have some of these ancillary programs that we still owe fulfillment on. We'll just get them done. We'll first enumerate all of them, make sure we didn't miss any, and we'll identify who gets what and get those, put some dates on those so people have a clear expectation of when they'll be fulfilled. So we'll get that done.
Yeah, that'll be a fun spreadsheet to build together.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. AIRDROP 60 days is up.
Yeah. So this was brought to my attention by actually Ariko, and you can leave that up there.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we will add an unstake button on the AIRDROP page, but until then, I'm going to provide a step-by-step information. You can do it directly from Explorer. You literally connect your wallet and hit a button, Unstake, and it'll be done. So I'll provide a screenshot and step-by-step in minor updates this today. So you can do that. And I apologize that we haven't got the UI on that done. And like I said, it's a resource issue. We have all the developers focused on store and minting and all of that, and that means we can't shift attention right now. But it is important to be able to unstake, and there is a way to do it. It's very simple. You just go to Explorer, connect your wallet, and click this button, and you're done.
We got a suggestion about onboarding of new artists. I don't know if you saw that in the chat, but new artists should be reviewed at least 72 hours under reviews, and the existing artists can upload art more quickly.
Yeah, Aris, all of those reviews, moderation, etc., are all things that we could do. But as we've learned from organizations like Facebook, etc., that have these massive moderation teams, right? As the platform scales, it gets harder and harder to keep up, and it also is expensive. So what we are leaning toward is actually community-based moderation. What that means is we take some of the early artists who we know are credible, and we add them as community moderators, and they can go and upvote or downvote artworks they see. And when an artwork gets enough downvotes, we hide it behind, shall I call it a filter? Like you might have seen this on Twitter, etc., where after you scroll through all your replies, you see a section that says show more low quality or tweets or something like that. That's what we're going to do. At the end of the search, you're going to have a card, and that card will say click to view more low quality artworks. So because we want to be decentralized and open, we don't want to have censorship as much as possible. So, but we also don't want garbage, right? We want high quality artworks, high quality serious artists who really care about their craft to be displayed and focused on first. And the people who are there for scamming or whatever, that's fine. They can be on the platform, but they'll be hidden behind a filter where someone has to actively actually click on something in order to be able to view that information. So our solution is community moderators. We'll work on getting that program set up. So the artists that we know and we trust, we'll make them community moderators, and they can go through the search, and whenever they see something that they feel is dodgy, they can click on a downvote. And if enough moderators click downvote, poof, it goes away behind that filter. So that means we don't need to have centralized moderation team. That's the main thing that we're trying to avoid.
Okay. That's the last of the ones I've highlighted. The last couple, again, the incentive perk pool for validators, that'll be on the list.
We'll get that everything on the list.
The suggestion for we have like a Trader Joe's or PCS. I mean, Trader Joe's is a DEX. Yeah, we have a DEX. So,
what is this, Trader Joe's? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so this come right here, the equivalent of a PCS or
yeah.
Trader Joe is a decentralized exchange.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, we have one.
I've been thinking about real Trader.
Yeah. I need to go to Trader Joe's and pick up some orange.
Yeah.
Have you ever had their frozen orange chicken? It's so good.
I would have if I was not vegetarian, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. I knew that. Trader Joe's is great. Anyways, and then he asked about the sneakers, and then
folks, you have my absolute commitment. Anything that is due to you, we will identify and make sure it's fulfilled. It's just we have to prioritize getting this ecosystem fired up and running first. And so some of these things are on the list. We just haven't gotten to them yet, but we will definitely get to them. And once we hit some of these big milestones that are coming up here in the next few weeks, we can take a breather for maybe an hour, and then get back into action and do some of these other things.
Yeah. Yep. So, all right. Well, I think that does it for this week.
All right. It's back to another weekend of coding. I'm looking forward to getting Flip Artist up there for everyone to play with, and then we'll get that going. By the way, Flip Artist will be on Honcho, and on Honcho, the lead developer unfortunately had a medical situation. So if there are some issues with it, but they will be resolved as quickly as possible. So it was a serious medical situation. So anyway, we'll get that resolved. But anyway, it's all looking good. There's a lot of good stuff coming your way. I appreciate your support, your community, and just very excited. Tired, but excited. And have a good weekend, everyone. I'll probably be doing a space sometime this weekend because I did one last week, and I really miss doing regular spaces. It's fun to chat with artists and everybody. So
maybe I'll join one of these weeks. I used to love doing Twitter spaces.
Yeah. All right. I'm out. See you guys. Have a good weekend. We'll catch you again next week. And especially